My name is Sara, and I am 30 years old. I live in a small, quiet town. Every morning, I wake up, drink my tea, and go to work at a little bookshop near my house. I do the same thing every single day. It is calm, safe, and silent. But deep inside, something is missing. I do not have many friends. I smile when people talk to me, but I do not let them come close. I keep my heart locked. I live alone, not just in my house, but in my soul. I do not talk about my past. People think I am quiet by choice. But the truth is, I am quiet because of pain. There are questions in my heart that have no answers. Why did my mother leave me? Why did she never come back? Why did no one ever tell me the truth? My father raised me, but he never talked about her. He always changed the subject. Then one day he got sick, and he left this world. I was just 18. Since then, it has just been me and the silence. One rainy afternoon, I came home from the bookshop. My shoes were wet. My hands were cold. I made a cup of tea and sat near the window. That is when I saw it, an old envelope on my table. It had no name, no stamp, just MY name written on it in soft, careful letters. I stared at it for a long time. Who sent this? Why now? My hands were shaking. My heart was beating fast. I picked it up and looked at the handwriting again. It looked familiar, soft, like a memory from long ago. I wanted to open it, but I was scared. What if it is her? What if it is my mother? So many thoughts came rushing into my mind. My hands were cold, but my heart was on fire. I held the letter close to my chest. I could feel something inside me, something I had not felt in years. Hope, fear, pain. I sat down on the floor and stared at the envelope again. I do not know if I am ready for this. I whispered, but deep inside, I knew I had to read it. For years, I lived with a hole in my heart, a space where a mother should be. And now, maybe, just maybe, this letter could fill that space. Or maybe it would hurt me even more. The room felt quiet. My tea had gone cold. But the letter, it was warm in my hands, like it carried a heartbeat. I took a deep breath. I touched the edge of the envelope. I was about to open it when my tears started to fall. So many years, so many questions, and now just one letter. I sat there for hours, the letter still unopened. The day turned to night, but I could not move. I was frozen in time between the past and the present. That night, I held the letter while I slept. I did not open it yet, but I knew it would change everything. Something had begun. A story that had been silent for too long was finally ready to speak. And deep in my heart, I whispered, "Please let this letter give me peace." The next morning, I woke up with the letter still in my hand. I did not sleep well. I kept dreaming of her face, a face I had never seen, only imagined. I sat on my bed, holding the letter again. The paper felt old, but strong. My fingers gently ran over the name written on it, Sara. Just my name, nothing more. I took a deep breath and whispered to myself, "You can do this. you need to know the truth." With shaking hands, I opened the envelope. Inside was one single page, and the moment I saw the handwriting, my eyes filled with tears. It was her handwriting. The words were soft, careful, full of love and pain. "My sweet Sara, I do not know where to begin. I have wanted to write this letter for many years, but every time I tried, I stopped because I was afraid that you would never forgive me. I am your mother, and I left you when you were just 2 years old. I am sorry. I am so sorry." My hands started to shake. I could hardly breathe. My heart felt like it was breaking and healing at the same time. I kept reading. "I left because I was weak. I was scared. Your father and I had many problems. I thought leaving was the best thing for you. But every single day, I missed you. I watched you grow up from far away. I saw you walk to school. I saw you cry when your father passed away. And I cried with you, but I stayed hidden because I thought I did not deserve to be your mother anymore." I pressed the letter close to my chest. Tears rolled down my face. "Why, Mama, why did you never come back?" The letter continued. "I am not writing to ask you to forgive me. I am writing because I want you to know the truth. I love you, Sara. I always have, and I always will. I left a small box at the old tree in the park near your house, the one with the wooden bench. Inside that box, there is something that belongs to you. If you choose to come, you will find it. If you choose not to, I will understand. With all my love, your mother." I folded the letter and held it tightly. I was crying so hard I could not see clearly. I walked to the mirror. My face was pale, my eyes red, but inside something had changed. I was not alone anymore. I had a mother. She had made mistakes, but she had never stopped loving me. I looked at the letter again and read her words out loud. "I love you, Sara. I always have." That sentence stayed in my heart like a warm light. I stood by the window and looked outside. The sun was rising, gently painting the sky in gold. The old park was not far. I could walk there in 10 minutes, but I did not move. I just stood there, holding the letter, feeling every single word inside me. The silence I lived in for years was finally broken. I walked slowly through the park. My heart was beating fast. Every step felt heavy, but I knew I had to go. The letter said the box was under the old tree with the wooden bench. That tree had always been there. I passed it every day on my way to school. I never knew it held something for me. As I reached the tree, I stopped and looked around. The morning air was cold. The sky was gray. I was alone, but something inside me felt warm, hopeful. I kneeled down and touched the ground near the tree. The soil was soft. I began to dig with my hands, brushing away the leaves and dirt. My fingers were cold, but I did not stop. Then I felt it, a small metal box, old, but still strong. I pulled it out slowly. My hands were shaking. My breath was short. I sat on the bench, holding the box in my lap, afraid to open it. What is inside? I whispered to myself. I took a deep breath and lifted the lid. Inside was a small pink blanket, soft, faded, with tiny flowers stitched on the corners. I touched it gently, and my body began to tremble. I did not remember it, but I could feel it. It was mine. It was from when I was a baby. Under the blanket, there was a photo, a woman holding a baby in her arms. Her face was kind, young, full of love, and the baby was me. I stared at the photo, my tears falling like rain. This is my mother. This is me. The photo felt like a window to a past I never had, a past I was never allowed to remember. Next to the photo was a small necklace, a silver heart. Inside the heart was a tiny note. I opened it. For Sara, always with you. My hands covered my face. I cried like a little girl. For years, I believed I was unwanted, forgotten, alone. But I was wrong. She never stopped loving me. I held the necklace tight and closed my eyes. I could almost feel her arms around me. Then I heard footsteps. I opened my eyes quickly, looking around, but no one was there, just the wind moving gently through the trees. I laughed softly through my tears. I feel you, Mama. I know you are here. I sat on that bench for a long time, holding the photo, the necklace, and the blanket. I wanted to stay there forever, but I knew I had to go home. As I stood up, I looked at the tree again. Thank you, I whispered. I walked back slowly, holding the box close to my heart. Everything felt different now. The world looked the same, but I was not the same. I had found a part of me that was missing. I had found my mother's love, buried in the earth, wrapped in memories hidden for years. Now, I was no longer just a girl with pain. I was a daughter with a story, and that story had just begun. That night, I could not sleep. I kept looking at the photo, the necklace, and the tiny pink blanket. My heart was full of emotions, love, pain, questions, and hope. I wanted to know more. I needed to know more. Why was I left at the orphanage? Who made that choice? Was it really my mother's decision? I could not rest until I found the truth. The next morning, I went to the orphanage. It was the place where I grew up, and also the place where all my questions began. I met Sister Anna at the front gate. She had taken care of me since I was a baby. Her face looked kind, but tired. I held the box in my hands and walked up to her. Sister Anna, please, I need to talk to you. She looked at the box, then back at me. She nodded slowly. Come in, dear. We sat in the same room where I had once played with toys. Now, everything felt different. I showed her the photo, the necklace, and the note inside. Her eyes filled with tears. You found it, she whispered. Please tell me the truth, I said, my voice shaking. She took a deep breath and began to speak. Your mother's name was Aliyah. She was young, kind, and full of love. But her family, they did not accept her. When they found out she had a child without marriage, they were angry. They forced her to give you up. My heart broke again. She did not want to leave you. She cried every day, but she had no choice. She left you here, but with hope, hope that one day you would find her again. Tears rolled down my cheeks. Did she ever come back to see me? Sister Anna nodded. Yes, every year on your birthday. She came and left a gift, but she was never allowed to see you. She left this box under the tree last year. She said, when Sara is ready, she will find it. I could not believe what I was hearing. My mother was never heartless. She was never far. She was just helpless. Where is she now? I asked quickly. Sister Anna looked down. We do not know. After last year, she never came back. Maybe she moved away, or maybe... Her voice stopped. My heart felt heavy, but now I knew the truth. My mother loved me. She fought for me, and she never gave up on me. I left the orphanage with a new feeling inside. Not just pain, but purpose. I decided to find her. No matter where she was, I would look. I would follow the pieces she left behind. I would ask, search, travel, anything. She believed I would find her. And now I believed it too. That evening, I stood at the tree again. The wind blew softly through the leaves. Mama, I am coming for you. I whispered. I will not stop until I hold your hand. I began my search with only a photo, a name, and the love of a mother I had never met. Her name was Aliyah. Everywhere I went, I carried her photo with me. I asked people. I visited old hospitals. I knocked on doors. Some people shook their heads. Some gave me small clues. But I never gave up. Many days passed. Some days I cried. Some nights I prayed. Please let me find her. I whispered to the sky. One day, I visited a small village far away from the city. An old woman looked at the photo and said, I know her. She lives up the hill, near the trees. My heart jumped. I ran to the house. It was small and quiet. There were flowers outside. I knocked on the door, my hands shaking. A woman opened it. Her hair was long and dark. Her eyes were full of sadness and love. The moment she saw me, she froze. Her lips trembled. Sara, she said softly like a dream. I could not hold my tears. Mama? I asked. She ran to me and hugged me so tightly. We both cried, not from pain this time, but from love that had waited too long. I am so sorry, she whispered again and again. I know, Mama. I know everything now. You never stopped loving me. She held my face in her hands. Every single day, I thought about you. I prayed for you. I left that box with hope, and you found it. We sat together, holding hands, talking for hours. She showed me pictures of when I was born. She still had my baby clothes. She had a room ready for me. Even though she never knew if I would come, I never stopped believing, she said, tears in her eyes. I smiled. Me too, Mama. Your love brought me here. That night, I slept in her house. My head rested on her shoulder. It felt safe. It felt warm. It felt like home. The next morning, We went back to the tree at the orphanage, the same place where she had left the box. She placed flowers under it and whispered, "Thank you for keeping my daughter safe." I stood beside her, holding her hand. After years of silence, pain, and distance, we were finally together. Hearts broken by time were now whole again. My story was not just about being abandoned. It was about being found. It was about a mother's love that never died, and a daughter's search that never stopped. Now, I no longer ask why she left. I only feel how deeply she loved me. And that is what changed my life forever.